It's Phillips Josh here again, welcoming you to another episode on GAC Podcast. Oh, farmers, welcome. I'm welcoming you to another episode. This episode today is all about making money. Money. Everyone wants the money. Everyone wants the cash. How do Yoruba say that? Kudi la fe, o la fe. That's how the Yoruba say it. Igbo say ego kain choro. English say na money we want. So we're going to talk about how you can actually make money without actually being on the farm. I've gotten to meet some people who say, I can't do that stress. Me? Go into agriculture. Farm? You want me to hold? No. It doesn't have to be that. You don't have to till the soil for you to be known as a farmer. There are several people that I've known as farmers that don't even know how they grow groundnuts, but they are farmers. They find themselves in the agricultural value chain. They fix themselves in, become actors in the value chain, and before you know it, they're called farmers. They tell you they have products they sell. They are agricultural people. They consult for farms, and they are farmers. Yes, undisputably, they are farmers. Yeah, so how can you make money from agriculture without actually farming? This can be achieved through various ancillary or support services related to agricultural industry, and we're going to consider 17 of such things you can do to actually be in agriculture without tilling the soil. 17, that's much. So whichever, if you think you're that person, that guy, that lady, that boy, that girl who actually wants to get started with agriculture and you don't want to till the soil, if you aren't able to pick one out of these 17, that means you don't know. No, I don't say that. Probably there's one that I may not mention, but 17. Oh my God, you should be able to pick one. You should be able to grab one. Tell your neighbor, grab one. Okay. First is agricultural consultancy. You can offer your expertise in areas such as crop management, livestock care, agribusiness, or to local farmers. And many farmers seek professional advice to optimize their operations anyway. So once you put yourself in there as an agricultural consultant, then you will still chop money in agriculture, especially when you know how to market yourself. When you know how to market yourself. That is one way that you can actually earn money from farming without even touching the soil or packing liters of chickens or even smelling the farm. Yeah. Secondly is agricultural marketing. You can stand in as a middleman. Middlemans even make more money. Middlemen make more money than actually main farmers, because they are the ones that know how much it's sold in the market. They are the ones that can navigate their way, especially if they have their way. If you have your way to larger markets, you can actually get those markets and service them with other farmers. Stand in, sell for other farmers and make your money. Create a platform for farmers to sell their produce, okay, either through a physical marketplace or an online marketplace, and charge a commission for your services. Now, agricultural marketing has gone past you going to meet a farmer and say, I want to sell for you. You can create, most people are doing it now through creating agricultural platforms where farmers can go and market their produce. They can log in, market their produce, and they stand in to exchange the money and the goods. And they just deduct a certain little percentage, and that percentage, that is like a drop of water, when you combine it with 1,000 farmers, that is heading to a huge amount of money. And that is one way they actually get the returns on their own investment as well. Another third is farm equipment rentals. Yes, I know of a man that does this and he's making serious money from it. He rents tractors, he rents farm equipment, he rents sprayers, a lot of things. All you just have to do is book him and then get him to come plow your farm, or to give you the tractor that you have your drivers to, and he also connects you with drivers too, where he gets his own percentage too from. So that is actually a very nice business that you can do. It's very profitable. Even without directly farming, they are making lots more than the farmers themselves. So Aisha, let me not hear you say that farming does not bring money again. No, you've started seeing it. So even though your grandfather did not make money from farming, it doesn't mean that you can't. Just position yourself well. Even without tilling the soil, you can still make money from farming. So number 4 is seed and fertilizer sales. Yes, start a business selling seed, especially hybrid seed. They sell really for high amounts of money, and they sell well once you know how or where the farmers are. So sell that. Other agricultural inputs can also be marketed. You can sell them, and you can become a distributor for larger agricultural companies. That is very important. You can do that also because most agricultural companies are looking for distributors. So once you can position yourself well, you can stand in as a distributor, probably a seed company or probably a fertilizer company, and talk to farmers about it, test run it, and see how it works, and then preach it to them. And those that are interested will purchase from you. And once it does what it says it will do, then you're in business and you're going to make lots of money from it. Number 5, livestock management services. Yes, offer services related to care and feeding of livestock, such as feeding, such as healthcare, such as breeding support. Yeah, I don't know, those that watch Nat Geo, you know Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul is a vet, but I call him a farmer because he actually does a lot for farmers. He can help your cattle or your cow give birth when it's having delayed labor, or probably your pigs give birth. So there are people who are experts in that, and if you are, you can offer that as a service. You can help formulate feed for livestock. You can help lecture farmers on the best method of formulating feed. You can vaccinate chickens. You can vaccinate animals, because some farmers doesn't even know how to inject their pigs, their cattle, their chickens. They don't know how to administer injections or vaccines. Yes, they don't know. Most don't know how to debig their birds, and those are services you offer, and you make money. In a day you can make a lot, especially when you have several farmers you're servicing. And number 6 is agricultural technology. Develop or sell an agricultural technology such as a farm application or software, a drone for crop monitoring or irrigation system. This is for people that have money. So once you know you have the money to develop it, why not get into tech? Develop something and sell to farmers. You have those that are ready to patronize you. Agricultural tourism is another thing. Convert your land into an agricultural tourism destination. Host farm tours, workshops, recreational activities for visitors, and with that you're making money even without tilling the soil. Organic certification. Become an organic certification inspector or a consultant for farmers who want to certify their products are organic, especially when you have a large fan base and you want to doing that will actually help push people to where they can get organic products. So once you certify that this is an organic farm, then with that you can actually make your money from it, and you are even drawing people to that farmer himself. So you're making money whilst you're doing good to a farmer. That is just it. That is just another level, and that is on number 8. We're still going to number 17. Transport and logistics goes on number 9. Start a transport business or logistic business specializing on the transportation of agricultural produce. There are lots of people who do that. Once you get to K2, lots of drivers that transport agricultural produce, bananas. And once you get to mile 12, you see them truck drivers that specialize in transporting onions, beans, rice, and that is their business. Most of them don't even know how to till the soil, and they are making lots of money from agriculture simply through transporting agricultural produce here and there. Then why don't you create a logistic? This is actually a free idea. Create a logistic business that transports perishable agricultural produce at the shortest amount of time. So let's actually imagine someone wants to transport a rabbit meat. I think that's even an area that most people should feed in, because the first time I tried retailing for a farmer, I actually incurred a loss the first time, and it wasn't an easy stuff, because the woman threatened that she was gonna call me out online, and The dispatch rider that the guy got, I was just in the middle connecting the both, and it's my first time, so I didn't even aim for the profit. I just wanted to try it out. And the dispatch rider was telling us lies. Even the guy wasn't being sincere anyway, so it all got messed up. But I think is the rabbit meat that was supplied, roasted rabbit meat that was supplied, was already maggoted at one point before it got to the woman. And that was just why I believe that area should be filled in. Is not, the gap is still left wide open. Most logistics services service both agricultural firms and other non-agricultural firms. Agricultural farms or farms actually deliver mostly perishable goods, and they should be handled with care, with a delicate measure. Delicate measure should be taken to handle them, not basically leaving them exposed. So once somebody is into that, once that is what you want to go into, like only that is what you want to do, you just want to deliver agricultural produce, that is your niche, then to be sincere, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be doing that for, because there are so many farmers that have encountered this, that I've also encountered. There are several people that have encountered this that want to go into the business, but because of unreliable dispatch riders, they get discouraged. So if you can start that up, if you have the funding to get that started up, why don't start it? That is actually one thing that will put most people back into the agricultural marketing business, and they actually tend to make a lot from it, and you are also making more from that too. Number 10 is agricultural education, such as I'm doing here, just that I'm not charging any money and I'm doing it on a podcast platform. It makes a lot of money for people. I think I've done that before and I made some money from it. So if you're doing it professionally and want to niche down to that, you want to offer trainings, workshops for aspiring farmers, organize agricultural conferences and seminars, especially on a physical level, you're going to be making lots of money from it. You have knowledge you want to share, set up something small and use that as your instructional tool to actually train farmers, educate other agricultural or aspiring farmers, and they pay you for it. Okay, that is another way to make money without tilling the soil. Why don't you also do food processing and value addition? Invest in that. Probably you're buying potatoes from farmers and you're converting them into potato flour, potato gari, or you're buying coconuts, converting them into coconut chips or coconut flakes, or you're buying honey, you're using it to produce tea, or basically you're buying what do they call this, groundnut, and you're converting it into groundnut cake. Whatever it is, there are loads of food processing and value addition businesses in agriculture that you can actually go into. Plantain to plantain flour, invest in it. If you actually have the funding, get a facility, add value to agricultural products. It can include canning, packaging, creating specialty for food products, and loads more. It cuts across several corners. So whichever you want to do, get started with it. There are loads of ways to make money from agriculture without even tilling the soil. Let's explore number 12, farm insurance or finance. Work with insurance companies to offer specialized agricultural insurance and provide financial services to tailored farmers that are in need. That can actually go a long way. Most farmers that want loans, you can actually give loans to them. Work with those finance companies to give loans to them and get your loan back with with interest rate added, a reasonable interest rate added to it. That will make you money. That will also make the farmer money, and you also keep the farmer in business. So that is actually one way you can actually farm without also putting your hands in the soil. Soil testing and analysis. Some people actually buy this. I think one I know of is water testing and analysis for fish farmers. I know some people that do that. Yes, I think I've heard of some people doing that, and they buy the water testing kits. They buy that kit and they come help you test your water on and on, and you pay them for it because that kit is very expensive, more than 300,000 naira, which most fish farmers might not be able to provide. They might not be able to acquire. So what they do is they have actually buy that kit, and when you want to test your water, or when you're having problem with your catfish or with your tilapia or whatever, and you want to find out where the problem is, they can help you get your root cause analysis. They can help you come test your water to know what really the problem is that you might not see. All right. Most problems with fish is the water. And most problem with plants is the soil. So basically, you can acquire such kits, when you know how to test such, that can actually be another business for you entirely. Soil testing and analysis services. It helps farmers to optimize their soil health and crop productivity as well. While water testing and analysis also helps fish farmers to also optimize their water health and their fish productivity as well. So if you're able to offer services in that regard, then kudos to you. It's a win-win for you as well. Number 14 works on research and development. Engage in agricultural research, develop new crop varieties or farming techniques. You can sell your findings or collaborate with agricultural institutions. I basically do not know a lot about developing. I research fine, but selling your research, I've not known much about it. I have not come in contact with people doing that, but I know that also works well. But one thing I've done is on the number 15, which is agricultural publications. Start a blog, a YouTube channel like this one, or basically write books about agriculture like I've written. Okay? Yeah, I have some books I wrote about agriculture that are currently on Amazon, and I'm going to try to get their links later on and still share. So you can just do something like that. Share your knowledge in a book form and let people patronize you for it. Let people purchase it. You can generate income from advertising such books, sponsored content, ebook sales. Those things make lots of money for people even without them tilling the soil. And you see them as one big farmer who has one big farm simply because of the book they've written. But they have the knowledge. They might have not started. And that can actually be your breakthrough to getting started with your agricultural business or whichever. But if you want to make money without tilling the soil, you can develop agricultural publications. That is one way that you can make money. We have two more. Well, this podcast session is long. That is why I was calling out 17. So if you listened up to this point, it shows you're really getting value. So all you have to do is hit on the subscribe button, hit on the like button, and on the share button as well. And do not forget to comment on. Let's know where you're listening in from. Farm real estate. Invest in agricultural land and lease it to farmers. That is also another way to make money. You can help farmers develop land for purposes such as renewable energy projects or housing. Agricultural waste recycling is another way in which you can make money without tilling the soil. You can set up a business that recycles agricultural waste into products like compost or biofuels. Now, when pursuing any of these non-farming avenues in agriculture, it's important that you have good understanding of the industry, the local regulations, and the specific needs of farmers in your region. Doing that will help you go a long way with it. Building relationships with the existing or within the agricultural community and staying up to date with trends on the industry are beneficial. They're highly beneficial in finding success in these ventures that we've stated here today. Do not forget, this is GAC Podcast. I am Phillips Joshua, and this is your one-stop shop for all things agriculture. I'm happy to have you listening in today. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Enjoy the rest of your day.